So this interview is part of TMCC's Art 209, which is Gallery Practices class. And today with me, I have Mahedi Anjuman, who is an instructor at Truckee Meadows Community College. And she also has some work up in the main gallery in the 2020 TMCC faculty show. If possible, I'd like to get a little bit of information about your background, please. Can you tell us, who are you? And
Yeah, of course. So I'm Mahedi and I born and raised in Bangladesh. It's in South Asia, and I have completed my undergrad in drawing and painting from University of Dhaka in Bangladesh. I remember when I was in my school, I in my physics class, I first introduced with Newton's third law of motion. So that was, I feel like amazing feeling that so simply it's describing so many things. Like that was a very interesting to me. To every action, there is equal and opposite reaction. So that makes me very interested, like how simple and how so much information in this code or in this law. And later I was thinking about my existence and in terms of where I live and grow up, and I'm seeing nature, plants growing, trees growing. So I feel like there is always two kind of like pair of actions happening. So one is I am seeing everything, and another is if I'm looking at the tree, so tree is another action in front of me. So I come back to Newton's third law again, and I feel like, wow, that's very fundamental concept of a being. And I see actually the law, the third law, it's kind of metaphorically describing human psychology. Like we are always responding, we are always acting or reacting each other. So that was kind of like our fundamental style of communication. So I started believing in that, and later I found like a lot of European American philosophers who work on the same kind of concepts of I and other. So they also fundamentally describing there is two existence exist. That is, one is I and another is other.
you have two pieces in the faculty show, and the first one that we're going to look at is To Existence. Can you tell us a little bit about this?
Okay, so I graduated in 2011, and after that I started research how can I use concept with my work. So I started sculptural three-dimensional artworks, because I have done 6 years long the only drawing and painting. So I always have curiosity how I can make like how it will look like if I make a 3D sculpture. So I yeah, at this in the same time I was also thinking like how I can bring sculpture in my painting. So that must be really interesting to look at. So that was my starting point of assemblage or like collage painting. So I always did collage with found objects, for example, bottle or string, or very thick layer of color that I like when the bottle is dried, I take them and put it on my painting. Like those are kind of experimental way I use them. But when I moved here, I found like this is more interesting with the brush stroke that I already have learned, and the texture. I started seeing so many things that I never seen in Bangladesh, because probably it's a part of the light. It's very humid country, so probably sun wasn't that bright like here. So when I walk in the streets, I can see so many texture on the streets. I am seeing textures is everywhere. Also in the landscape, like the dry bushes are so amazing. Like when they are flow with the air, that looks really amazing. So this tiny steps was I found like very amazing. Amazingly standing here, but I probably we never look at it every day or some kind of that. So I collecting textures, how many textures I'm experiencing every day. So I feel like even when I look at my skin, I also get a lot of I also can see a lot of like textures in my skin as well. It's actually influenced me to apply textures, and um, I had always curiosity about three-dimensional stuff, so I create the kind of like a ball that connected with the piece. I would say that was part of my experience in here. So still I'm believing that there is a two existence in here, and at the same time they are performing, acting and reacting, and they have the connection through that action and reaction, and they are in the landscape of texture. So that was my idea. So I started exploring texture, how many ways I can create texture, or I can copy the texture that's already stayed in nature. And I just probably changed the way it looks in nature. I just have that essence and apply how I'm feeling the texture. So that's actually the landscape. And in that landscape, there is two existence. These two circle are, I would like to call it existence. So here also I was experimenting with the texture and experiment with like the the shape of the existence. So it's actually have a very fluid organic form that doesn't have any, like it's very smooth like a bubble. So it's not like, it's just like ping pong ball kind of. So it goes and back kind of, no harm, or no, it's not breaking or something. So we are living in the world that is kind of very smooth. Our minds are very smooth in the shape, because like, yeah, we feel upset, but it's not like destroying anything. We still have hope, or we still like very optimistic, or some kind of like, I'm feeling like the mind is, if I wanted to create a shape of my mind, probably it will look like that. Because personally, I'm not feeling, I don't believe in settlement, because I'm growing every day. Kind of collecting knowledge every day. So there is no limitation. So to me, it's kind of like my mind is kind of, if I give you this much space, it will spend that much. If I give this much space, it will spend that much. Like, it depends on the environment. So that's why I feel like it's some kind of like bubble or ping pong ball kind of, it will move anywhere. It can move anywhere. It can stay anywhere kind of thing. So yeah.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate
Thank you so much for arranging that.